What's good, everybody? It's your brother, Man Black. I have an exclusive video that I put on my Patreon that you can go download now. And this video is about Miss Carolyn Bryant, the old decrepit devil that caused the death of our brother Emmett Till. And the video basically is just about my frustration with people asking for this burnt out old chicken head to be arrested and put behind bars. That's my frustration. You'll get the gist of it once you watch the video and see all the great things that I had to say about Miss Carolyn Bryant, but you can only see it exclusively and download it on my Patreon. Okay, I can't put it here on YouTube. I can't release it anywhere else because it has some very, how should I say it? It has some very colorful language for Miss Carolyn Bryant. So YouTube probably wouldn't like that, even though this demon witch caused the death of a little black boy. I know the people who created YouTube, they probably love stuff like that. And if there was a video of Carolyn Bryant or her husband and brother actually beating up Emmett Till, they would let that fly all over YouTube. But if I say anything against this old witch, they don't want me to say that. Okay, so you can go watch it on my Patreon and download it and listen to it for yourselves. And if you can download it to your device, you can watch the images that I put on there. And like I said, I can't do it here, but you can go watch it on my Patreon. So just letting you know where it is and letting you know that the exclusive video is up there now. Anyway, I'll provide the link in the description box as well as the comment section. And let me know in the comment section on Patreon what you think of the actual video. Okay? Anyway, back to the main topic. What's good, everybody? It's your brother, Man Black, the most dangerous, most toxic black male on the internet. The brother who told you not to bring that Instagram girl to your house and don't fly her out, but you did it anyway. And now you're sitting there with the blue balls, and I'm black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. So I wanted to comment on this video because I thought it was funny, and I need to actually talk to a lot of young black men out there. Now, this video might actually be a skit, and it's but it does actually happen, okay? And it's a video of this young man and this young lady in a car, and the young man is recording her, and the young man is taking her back to the airport because he flew her out to wherever he was and wanted to, wine her, dine her, and then have sex with her. But because she didn't have sex with him, now he's taking her back to the airport. So, and he's very upset about this, and he explains why. I'm going to play some of the audio so you can hear it, but most of you probably seen this video floating around on the internet. But I just thought it was hilarious, and I'm going to explain the problems with this because I think it is a very big problem. So whether this is a skit or whether this really happened, this is a big, big problem. And people need to think about these things in relationships where they're spending exorbitant amounts of money or, paying for people's trips and whatnot. It's bad on both sides, for the man and for the woman. This guy is coming off like a super duper simp for what he's doing here. And I actually agree with the justification with what the woman's saying, but she's putting herself in a very dangerous place as well. So let's listen to the audio a little bit so you guys can get some more context. But like I said, he's filming her. He's mad because she didn't give him any what during her little trip and her little visit. So he's upset and he's taking her back to the airport. So let's listen.
She done flew all the way out. Look, y'all, she done flew all the way out here.
You really gonna record me?
Nah, I'm recording shit. They need to know.
You really gonna record me?
Nah, they need to know. I done flew her all the way out to LA. She won't give me no cheeks. We been FaceTiming. Come on, we been FaceTiming every day.
I don't give a fuck.
No, we been FaceTiming every day.
We've been FaceTiming every day. That's the modern relationship nowadays. FaceTiming every day. Let's listen some more.
You really taking me all the way back to the fucking airport. You really taking me back to the airport.
You on the phone. Yes, you going to the fucking airport. Yes, you going
and you taking me back to the airport because of what? Tell me why.
You didn't give me no cheeks.
You're not fucking obligated to give you my what?
I flew you out.
Nigga, what are you talking about? Nigga, you're lame as fuck.
No,
you're lame as fuck.
No,
you're fucking lame. You're lame. Just take me to the fucking airport. Just get me there. Just
walk
get me
around
there.
my crib, titties out, stuff like that, taking showers in my shower.
Nigga, it's my body. What are you talking about?
I don't care. You can't.
I don't have to give you my coochie. Showers in my house. Are you okay? No, I don't have to give you my coochie. Laying in my bed.
By the way, I hate ladies. Please stop wearing those super long ass eyelashes. Those things are annoying and they're scary looking, and you're doing complete damage to your eyelids when you do that. Please stop doing that. You don't need eyelashes that long. Okay, men don't find that attractive. We don't. That's not going to make us decide whether to be with you or not if you look like a goddamn giraffe. Stop doing that. Okay. Your eyelashes don't need to be that long. You're causing more. You're doing more damage to your eyes than anything else. There's gonna be a whole bunch of old women with their eyes tore up, or eyelids just don't work when they get older, and they're gonna be wondering why with these eyelashes. But let's continue.
Man, no, you about to get dropped off at the airport.
Ooh, I don't even know why the fuck I came here.
She didn't want to give me no cheeks.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Stop recording me.
She didn't want to give me no cheeks.
Stop recording me, nigga.
Don't fly her out.
Give me the phone.
Watch out, don't take my phone.
Stop recording me.
No, don't fly her out. Look, don't fly her out.
Bruh, you...
She ain't trying to call no cheeks. I've been FaceTiming her.
This is my cheeks, nigga. This is my ass and my coochie. What are you talking about?
I've been FaceTiming her for 2 months.
I don't have to give you... Nigga, just get me there. I don't care, nigga. I don't care about none of that shit.
I'm putting my meat out on FaceTime. She flirting and stuff. You want a free trip?
You wanted to whip your wiener out, nigga. I ain't asked you to put it in the fucking camera.
Lord have mercy. So, what you just heard is the fact that he said while they were on FaceTime, he was pulling his penis out and showing it to her on FaceTime. Like I said, this is the modern relationship. Talking on FaceTime, pulling your wiener out on FaceTime, and then flying the girl out there and expecting her to have sex. Don't do this. This whether it's a skit, real or not, men do not do this. This is buffoonish. It's simping to the max. And if you're going to do this, if you're going to be talking to a woman on social media or on FaceTime and then have her come and meet you, just go ahead and get a prostitute, like a real live prostitute or escort. Why are you just talking to some random woman and expecting to get sex because you flew her out there? Okay, that's not. I actually agree with her on this. She's not obligated to give you her body because you flew her out there. You're the dumbass for flying her out there in the first place. Don't do that. I mean, for real, dog. Are you telling me that there's no women in your local area that you can have sex or have relations with? You had to go find a woman on social media, get in her DMs, talk to her on FaceTime, pull your dang-a-lang out, and now you fly her out there. You're paying money for a plane ticket, which is not cheap, especially nowadays with the gas prices. You fly her out there to have sex with you. You wined her, dined her, let her use your house all how she wants to. Probably dirtied up your bathroom, and you've had basically a strange person in your bathroom. That in and of itself is a bad thing, but I'll get to that in a second. But you did all this stuff, you didn't get any sex, and now you're sitting here butthurt and mad, and now taking her back to the airport. And I'm not going to play the rest of the video, but he just drops her off at the airport with no return ticket or whatever, so she has to find her own way home. So that video has been circulating around social media for a while now, and I've seen a lot of people talking about it. My homeboy Sean James, he talked about it on his YouTube channel, and I appreciate what he had to say. He has a great book out there called talking about talking about cyber simping. If you want to get that book, I recommend it. I buy his books even though I don't have these problems. I definitely don't simp like this, but I've been married for the better part of a decade and a half now, so it's not. I don't get into stuff like this. I would never buy a woman a plane ticket for anything unless it's an emergency. Like I'll buy my wife a plane ticket, I'll buy my mother a plane ticket, I'll buy my sister a plane ticket, but I'm not buying just some random woman I've been talking to on online or on FaceTime. I'm not doing that. Like it would have to be an emergency, like you're dying or something. I need to fly you to a hospital or something like that. And there's only one doctor in the country that can do your surgery. Other than that, I'm not doing it. I'm not wasting my time with that. This man's crazy. I'm definitely not flying some girl somewhere for some coochie. You can get that at whatever. Is it that bad out there, fellas? You can't go to your local area. Like I said, if you're that desperate, just go ahead and buy a prostitute. You're already doing that anyway. You're putting out money for sex. Just go ahead and get a real life prostitute. You know, it'll probably be less money in that regard because the prostitute knows what the deal is at the beginning, or get an escort or whatever. I mean, I don't really recommend that either. That's borderline simping, but because I really don't feel like you should have to pay for sex. It should be about the woman actually liking you. That's the only way I actually have ever enjoyed sex, if the woman is into me. But if that's what you want to do, go do that. Don't just fly some random woman that you had to meet on Instagram because you liked her pictures and whatnot. I mean, don't be mad at her because you got played. You did that. You flew her out there. You believed her when she saw your little wang dang doodle on FaceTime and she said it was big. and you got aroused by that. You believe that. You flew her out there. Don't get mad at her now. Just be happy. Be happy you got to see her walk around naked around your house. That's about as good as it sounded to me. He probably bought dinner and everything else like a dumbass. He probably took her somewhere expensive too, thinking he was gonna get some cheeks, as he calls it in the video. But don't do this, fellas. Please don't. Don't get caught out there. If I find out any of you guys are doing something like this, be prepared for me to clown you for doing so. Okay? And I won't be able to help myself for doing it because you've made a complete ass of yourself. You've made an ass out of yourself trying to get some ass. And ladies, don't do this either. This is very unsafe for you to do. Some random guy online says you're cute and he wants to fly you somewhere. That's a one-way ticket to end up on Dateline NBC. That's a one-way ticket to wind up on the ID network. Don't do no dumb shit like this. I will be so furious with my daughter if I found out she did something like this. If she didn't get killed or raped or whatever, I would have to sit her down and have a long talk with her about putting her life in danger, doing nonsense like this, because that's all you're doing, ladies. If you're getting on a plane and going to meet a stranger, you're putting your life in danger. I don't want to hear about how can you have an entire movement of women talking about women are in danger and femicide and all this other stuff, and then you got women doing nonsense like this. Obviously, they don't feel that much in danger. Obviously, they're not that scared for their lives that they're doing nonsense like this. You're going to fly to a whole different state. No one knows where you are. You can come up missing. Stop doing that nonsense. That's the dumbest thing ever. You're putting your life in danger when you do stuff like this. Don't do that. And luckily, this guy was just a simp and a buffoon, and all he did was film her and take her back to the airport. He could have gotten furious right then and there at the house and just sexually assaulted her. That could have happened. That happens a lot, actually. Stop doing that. And I know a lot of you guys will be hurt by hearing this, but a lot of your favorite Instagram models and whoever are just basically prostitutes. They go to these other countries and get busted down. That's what you see when you see them taking pictures in Dubai and Saudi Arabia, and they're bent over at some resort. Alibaba is there taking the picture. Okay, one of the Saudi princes is busting down on that. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys simp for those women, but don't just remember what they're actually doing, and be careful out there before you want to spend time and money on some of these types of ladies. Anyway, you folks let me know how you feel about this video in the comments section. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on these devils' back.